Just like the bird who feels the sun and sings before the dawn has come. Have faith, have faith. Slowly, slow, my child, the world waits for you, and your window of time will come shining through. Slowly, slow, don't rush, you know, it'll all come easy.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. بعد، اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد، بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت باركت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. بعد. Dear brothers and sisters, respected viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Continuing on our pursuit of happiness, how are we to achieve happiness in our lives? We started in our last talk by mentioning that the most important aspect is knowing that happiness is happiness in the heart. This is first. Secondly, the definition of happiness. Happiness is tranquility and bliss of the heart, and being free from anguish and anxiety and worries. That is happiness, and that is the goal of everybody. We all work so hard, we all do so much so that to attain what we want, being happy, those things which you want, and pushing away those things which create fear in our lives, those things which make us worried, those things which make us anxious. This is happiness. And we saw so much how important the heart is. Secondly, we studied on chapter 1 of this small book of ours. What is the first way of achieving happiness? And we saw how the Shaykh, he says, the first step to happiness, the first step to bliss, the first step to rejoice, the first step to enjoy your life is Iman and Amal al-Salih, correct belief and righteous actions. And he quoted from Surah Al-Nahl, chapter number 16, verse 97, من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فلنحيينه حياة طيبة. The one who works righteousness, he does good deeds. He prays, he fasts, he gives zakah, he helps the neighbors, he treats well his parents, he lives good with his fellow Muslims and non-Muslims. He does all of the righteous good deeds, male or female, on the condition that he and she is a true believer. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shall give you hayatan tayyibah, a good and pure life. And we just briefly noted how Allah mentioned He'll give you a good and pure life, not a life full of stuff, a life full of whatever you want. Showing, again, affirming what the Prophet ﷺ had said, that happiness is not by having so much things. It's not by having a big house. That is part of happiness, but that is not happiness. You have to create a differentiation between that. Anyways, let's hear what the Shaykh says about this ayah. He says, so Allah the Most High informs and promises whoever joins true belief with good and righteous deeds that He will give him a good and pure life in this world and a good reward in this world and the hereafter. It's a promise from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And all of us know Allah never breaks His promises. There's nobody more truthful than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu al-Haq, He is the truth. Allah has made a promise. The one who has correct belief and he does righteous actions, He shall give them, He shall give him, He shall give her, He shall give us, inshaAllah, me and you, a good life. So the promise is there. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always there. He does not die or nor slumber or sleep. What is left is us to take these means to attain happiness. Allah wants to give us a good life. Allah wants to help us. Allah wants to bestow His favors on us. Allah wants to engulf us in His mercy. But we have to take the means, because everything has its reason. What is the first step to happiness? Iman and correct good actions. Now maybe just to expound on this point a bit. First of all, if you're writing, you're taking notes, then write this down. You should know that everything is in Allah's hands. The happiness which you're seeking, the blissful life which you want, the comfortable and the rejoice and whatever you want is in the hands of Allah. Nobody else can give you what you want except Him. You should have this belief with certainty, with no doubt. And this is part of the Iman which is mentioned in this ayah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, Allahu khaliqu kulli shay' wa huwa ala kulli shay'in wakil. Lahu maqalidu as-samawati wal ard. Allah is the creator of everything. And He is the patron of everything. To Him belongs the treasures of the heavens and the earth. So it's very simple, my dear brother and sister. If I was to ask you, or you were to ask me, or ask anybody else, where should I seek happiness? Whom should I ask? The answer is clear, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And for a fact, even the Quraysh of Makkah, who were disbelievers during the time of the Prophet ﷺ, they knew this. The Quraysh of Makkah, yes, Abu Jahl and Abu Lahab and all of those people, they used to know with complete certainty that nobody can give them a good life, nobody can give them provision, nobody can give them rizq except Allah. Allah says, وَلَئِنْ سَأَلْتَهُمْ مَنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ لَيَقُولُنَّ اللَّهِ. If you ask Abu Jahl and Abu Lahab and Umayyah bin Khalaf, those disbelievers, if you ask them, who created the heavens and the earth? They'll say Allah. In Surah Yunus, Allah says to the Prophet ﷺ, ask them, قُلْ مَنْ يَرْزُقُكُم مِّنَ السَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ أَمَّنْ يَمْلِكُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ وَمَنْ يُخْرِجُ الْحَيَّ مِنَ الْمَيِّتِ وَيُخْرِجُ الْمَيِّتَ مِنَ الْحَيِّ وَمَنْ يُدَبِّرُ الْأَمْرَ فَسَيَقُولُونَ اللَّهُ. Ask them, O Muhammad, مَنْ يَرْزُقُكُم مِّنَ السَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Who's the one who provides for you and give you the good life, the everything which you need from the heavens and the earth? First. Second, who's the one who controls the hearing and the sight? He makes this one blind, He makes this one see. He makes this one deaf, He makes this one hear. The faculties, who controls them? And who brings from the dead life? And from life He brings out the dead. Who's in control of everything? فَسَيَقُولُونَ اللَّهُ. All of them shall reply with one voice, with complete certainty, Allah. So if even the disbelievers of Makkah knew this, you as a Muslim have no doubt. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, قُلِ اللَّهُمَّ مَالِكَ الْمُلْكِ تُؤْتِي الْمُلْكَ مَنْ تَشَاءُ وَتَنْزِعُ الْمُلْكَ مِمَّنْ تَشَاءُ وَتُعِزُّ مَنْ تَشَاءُ وَتُذِلُّ مَنْ تَشَاءُ بِيَدِكَ الْخَيْرُ. Say it is Allah, Malik al-Mulk, the King of Kings. You give to whoever you want leadership and a good status, and you bring down whoever you want. You give a good life, give provision to whoever you want, and you don't give to whoever you want. بِيَدِكَ الْخَيْرُ. In your hands, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in His hands is every good. Every good which you want, Every good which you're running for, my brother, my sister, every single thing which you need in your life, know for sure it is in the hands of Allah. Nobody else. وَلِلَّهِ خَزَائِنُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And to Allah belongs the treasures of the heaven and on the earth. So with no doubt, the point is, if you want a happy life, then know for sure that it is only sought from Allah. It is only taken and given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why you said in the beginning, if you remember, some of these means, they are religious, they are natural, and they are physical. As for the believer, alhamdulillah, you have this biggest mean. This is the biggest step, that you are a believer. You have belief in Allah. And part of your belief in Allah is to know that Allah is Ar-Raziq. He is the one who provides for everybody. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Kareem. He is so generous. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Wahhab, the one who loves to give. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Jawad. He loves to benefit His slaves. Have this belief in your heart. It's one of the biggest steps to achieving a happy life. So the one who has good belief and he works righteous actions, he shall have a good life, pure life. A good belief, or the correct belief, something we should point out. This is the essence of Islam, the foundation. What is good? What is correct belief? Correct belief is what we call also Tawheed, the uniqueness of Allah, singling out Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His rights, in His attributes, worshipping only Him. And that is the only way to happiness, as you see here. Another verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, as in Surah An-Nur, Allah promised, وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مِنْكُمْ وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Again, as you see, Allah has promised those who have correct belief and work righteous actions. لَيَسْتَخْلِفَنَّهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ كَمَا اسْتَخْلَفَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. He shall make them rule the earth. He shall make them rulers. Just like those Muslims before us, they became rulers. وَلَيُمَكِّنَنَّ لَهُمْ دِينَهُمُ الَّذِي ارْتَضَىٰ لَهُمْ. And He shall conform and make Islam rule on the earth. Everywhere you go, you see Islamic, alhamdulillah, Islamic perspective. You see Muslims, you see everything which is good. No more sin. You don't see any bars or any bad places. وَلَيُبَدِّلَنَّهُمْ مِنْ بَعْدِ خَوْفِهِمْ أَمْنًا. And He shall change for them after the khawf, the fear they have in their hearts, the sadness, that stress, the grief which we have in the hearts, Allah will turn it to happiness, tranquility, bliss. When? When is this going to happen? يَعْبُدُونَنِي لَا يُشْرِكُونَ بِي شَيْئًا. When you are people who worship Allah alone and do not commit any shirk with Him. After the break, inshallah, we shall expand on this point. Assalamu alaikum.
Slowly, slow, don't rush, you know, it'll all come easy.
Huda TV's top-rated program, Ask Huda, is with you live 7 days a week in the month of Ramadan with Dr. Muhammad Salah and Sheikh Aslam Al-Hakim. Call us any day of the week live for answers to your questions. 30 days, 30 episodes, Ask Huda, only on Huda TV.
Slowly, slow, don't rush, you know, it'll all come easy.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, my dear viewers. Explaining on the point of Tawheed, the building block, the foundation of achieving a happy life. As we have seen, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in His hands is everything which we want. In fact, just look at yourself. Everything which you have right now is from who? Ask yourself. Alhamdulillah. Secondly, for you to attain all that which you want from Allah, and as we have seen, Allah is ready to give you what you want, you have to have correct belief and righteous actions, as we saw in this verse. Correct belief, we said, it is to single out Allah alone subhanahu wa ta'ala, what you call tawheed. Before the break I was mentioning the other verse in Surah An-Nur, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised, وَعَدَ اللَّهُ, Allah has promised, and all of us know, wallahi, with complete belief, that Allah never breaks His promises. This is a promise from Allah. Who is He promising? And what is He promising? He's promising الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مِنْكُمْ وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. The same description given in this verse of ours in Surah An-Nahl. Those who have correct belief and work righteous actions. All of us know so many ayahs, so many verses in the Quran, in so many places, these two are combined. Those who believe and have good actions. Those who believe and have good actions. Those who believe and have good actions. Over and over again. That is the recipe of success. That is the way to ultimate bliss. That is the way of achieving happiness. There is no other way. That is the fundamental, foundational block. Everything else, we shall mention so many things, alhamdulillah, inshaAllah. So many things which you have to have happiness. But all of these, they depend on this one. So Allah gave the promise. Whom is He promising? He is promising those who have correct belief and good actions. What is He promising them? That the Muslims will gain back their majesty. The honor which Muslims we had, now it's gone. It's very sad. All of us know the state of the Muslims today. That majesty, that honor which we used to have, Allah will bring it back. Second, Allah will establish Islam in the lands. Everywhere you go, you see peace and submission. Islam. The world becomes a better place. And even the Western historians, they admit to the fact that the best time Europe has ever gone through is the time when Muslims were ruling in Andalus, in Spain and parts of Portugal. Best time when Islam is in the land. Third promise which Allah gives, which me and you work to attain. He shall change the fear which they have in their hearts into what? Into tranquility and peace. So this is the promise of Allah. And He promised who? Those who have correct belief and righteous actions. Then He mentioned the condition at the end. When is this going to happen? How come Muslims are not achieving this? Allah says, يَعْبُدُونَنِي لَا يُشْرِكُونَ بِي شَيْئًا. When they worship me alone and do not commit any shirk. That is when we are going to attain happy lives. That is when we're going to attain tranquility of the soul. Worshipping Allah alone and not committing any shirk. This is what Islam is about. Rather, in fact, this is what we are created for. Allah says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ الْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. And this is very essential in attaining a happy life. Why were you created? What is the purpose of life? Are you here to drink and to eat and to sleep and to play and to work, then go back again, drink, eat, sleep, play, work? No. Then what's the difference between you and the animals? Allah says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. The purpose of life, surely I did not create human beings, nor jinns, except that for the purpose of them worshipping me alone. ما أريد منهم من رزق أما أريد أن يطعمون. Allah says, continuing, I do not need any rizq from them, any provision, or that they give me food. Allah says, I want you to worship me. I don't want you to give me food or give me anything. Rather, إِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الرَّزَّاقُ ذُو الْقُوَّةِ الْمَتِينَ. In fact, He is the one who is Ar-Razzaq. He gives everybody. He provides for everybody. He sustains everybody. ذُو الْقُوَّةِ الْمَتِينَ, who is strong and powerful. And subhanallah, He created us. And He fashioned us in the form which we are. Then He brought us out in the world. And He provided from us, for us, since we were young. Until today we are at this age, alhamdulillah. Ask yourself, who did all of this? At the same time He says, don't pay me back with anything. I just want you to worship me. And if you worship me, that is by doing righteous actions and having correct belief, I shall give you a happy life. What is better than that? So this is very important. Tawheed. Some people ask though, Shaykh, what is Tawheed? Because I see some people, they make it very complicated, and this question comes a lot. Rather to me, let me simplify it. Tawheed, it is to single out Allah in His rights, to give to Allah what He deserves, very simply. And there's two things which are rights of Allah. Number one, His names and attributes and actions. You should believe with all certainty and complete knowledge that it's only for Him. His names, His attributes, and His actions. Have complete belief it's only for Him. That He is the only creator. He is the only one who provides and sustains everybody. He is the only one who is capable of raising my status and bringing me down. He is the only one who is capable of giving me a good life. That is an action and attribute of Allah. He is the only one who knows what is happening now and what is to come. He is the only one who is capable of bringing back the dead. And those actions of Allah, those names and attributes, have complete belief that they are only for Him and He has no partner in that. All of us, we all read, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٍ, and surely He has nobody like Him. This is the meaning. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٍ. Say He is only one and unique. Nobody else is like Him. Second part from the rights of Allah is to worship Him alone. Once you have known that He is alone in His attributes and names, then that only leads you to worship Him alone. When you ask Him alone. When you pray to Him alone. When you give for His sake alone. Wallahi, if we do that, and it's not my words as you see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised in Surah An-Nur, when we do that, He shall bring back the majesty Muslims had, and the honor we had. He shall make Islam established on the land. And 3, He shall give us tranquility of the soul. He shall give us happiness. He shall give us bliss. He shall give us rejoice. Let us complete Tawheed. Let us be people who are sincere for Him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says again, the one who works righteous deeds, he is a male or a female. When his complete belief, then surely we shall give him a pure life. There's no doubt. There's no doubt about this. My brothers and my sisters, there's so much more to talk about, even though I'd like to summarize this point. Inshallah, in the next episode, we shall touch on the second part, how righteous actions affect our lives directly, bringing the result of a happy or a bad life. Inshallah, until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Have faith, just like the bird who feels the sun and sings before the dawn has come. Have faith, have faith. Slowly, slow, my child, the world waits for you. Just like the bird who feels the sun and sings before the dawn has come. Have faith, have faith. Slowly, slow, my child, the world waits for you, and your window of time will come shining through. Slowly, slow, don't rush, you know, it'll all come easy.